we have done some significant investment here at Profit with Law in one area of marketing, and our audience should be aware of it. I've talked about it here on the podcast. We recruited a launch team in Q1. We launched our YouTube channel in March. So what we did was we have a ton of video from our summits, from our podcast recordings that has never seen the light of day, right? It's just never been out there. We just never focused on video as a form of marketing. But the reality is that when we look at our consumption out there, we're consuming video at a higher and higher rate. Like, we're not reading news articles. We want to catch something. We want to get something quick. And even we look at the social platforms, YouTube is pushing their shorts like crazy. Facebook and Instagram pushing reels. TikTok is blowing up because these short form videos are ways for people to get instant entertainment or instant information without needing to sit through long form content, without needing to sit down and read a blog post that's 2,500 words. And what we did is we spent 2 days creating professional video and basically came up with 52 topics that we thought would be good for our audience, would also rank well in SEO. And then I basically bullet pointed them, and we sat and had those professionally recorded, and those are being dripped out one every single week for the next year. Now, we didn't actually get 52 done in 2 days. We got 46 done, but it's a lot. Yep. And that has basically just filled up our pipeline with professional video for the year. At the same time, we have on the back end our team going through and taking all of our old content and not just reproducing it on YouTube, but also taking chunks, like bite-sized pieces of information whenever there's a complete thought, and turning that into a reel, a short, something that we can put out there as its own standalone piece of content. And we are pushing heavy on video because that's the new opportunity. Philip, is that where you were going?
If your clients between the age of, I'd say, well, I can even go, I don't know if you're getting clients that are 10 and 13-year-olds. If you have clientele that are in the age of 13 to 95, this is where you absolutely have to be. But the ironic part of it is, I have never seen a piece of 7-inch plastic and glass and rubber be able to bring the sharpest, the smartest, the most intelligent, successful attorney or business owner to their knees quicker than a cell phone that's been turned around with the record button on a video. I have never seen a 7-inch plastic be able to crumble the biggest person to their knees. You're so intimidated about it. But yet we're in our office here, and I look over here during school, and it's a nice little area, mixed residential and fountain and everything. There's the school bus stop over here for the apartments behind our building. And then I just see all the kids doing TikTok videos while they're waiting for the bus. And I laugh. But if they can do it, anybody can do it, because there's a simple method to this. Because if you don't know what you're doing, and if you say, I'm going to do video, right? You got a couple options. Hire a video company. It's a lot of money. You got a couple $1,000 a month to spend in marketing. That's all of it. And then you did it for 52 or 46 weeks. You were smart about it. A lot of people, and there's people in our industry that will sell you a package of like 10 videos for an enormous amount of cost. And they come out and look like Law and Order videos. But we run Rainalytics, and we know they don't get any response or the open rates. What I'm talking about is real video shot in a DIY process with some professional editing and knowing what you're doing to get it done, so you can always put out fresh content. And people are like, well, I know I need video, but what do I say? Well, what's the last 10 questions you got at your consultation, right? What do your intake staff get questions on? We just had a client that there was a celebrity that been caught the second time with a gun on Instagram, and they put out a series of videos. His first video he put out on Monday, and as of Tuesday night, he had 2,500 videos, and about 80% of them were within the state. And he was a criminal defense attorney. And not necessarily to go after the public celebrity approach, but what I'm talking about is always the fresh content. Because if you're just putting out 1 or 2 videos and they're there, nobody's going to watch them, right? They're just not. So putting out fresh content in video, and you can do this organically. You mentioned YouTube, but Moshe, YouTube's not even half the value of videos. That's where it absolutely needs to start. and stay there. But we're talking distribution to your nurturing emails. One of the neat things we're teaching our clients right now, if they don't hire you at the consult, that two things. One, if you've got a business partner, and this is a little side note, have them call them back the same day in the afternoon and say, I know it didn't work out, like another attorney, right? But then the next day, you send out a video, what it's like to be a client of our firm, day number one. And it's not like, you want to go about their why. What's their why? We take everything off your shoulders. All the stress is on us. You got a whole team. But when you put this, what happens day number one, when you become a client and you're assuming the sale and you send out that video to the hundreds and 20 every month, 30 every month, hundreds every year, right? That's going to be some of your most performing, highest ROI video. That will make you thousands of dollars every single month if you do that, because people are scared. They don't know how the court system works. They're intimidated. They think you're all the same, right? They think you're all going to charge them an exorbitant amount of money just to talk to them. And then if you put them at ease and talk about their why. So when I'm talking about video, I'm talking doing it really strategically. Like you need to have core videos, like one for each of your services, not like, well, this is what we do for felony charges in the state of Washington, or this is how no, you're like, this is what you talk to their why and you tell them, put them at ease. It makes you human. And it says, look, you're not a bad person because there was a bad situation. Let us start working on your behalf and get this taken care of with the highest possibility of the best results, or whatever it may be. But there's all these opportunities. And then you take those videos and, just like what you were saying, Moshe, it's like slice them up into short videos and reels and start putting them out there on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. That's not hard. And if you don't know, I got probably in the fall, I'll tell you about 20, 13-year-olds that's by my corner. They'll tell you how to do that. They'll show you how to do it. It's not rocket science, but you're like, so what do I say? Do I just wing it? Well, if you just wing it and you don't know what you say and you just have a topic in mind, you're going to take 45 takes. It's going to take you 2 hours. You'll get it done, but it's like a 2-hour root canal and an extraction process. Like you're miserable. And you just will do it once or twice. You're like, oh my, it's not even worth it. Because then you're like, why isn't my phone ringing right now? I just made a video. So you really have to have a process, and it's not hard. That's the process. Just like I was telling you before, we teach people, and you don't have to be a client of ours for us to teach you. We just want to raise the tide for all these law firms to capitalize on this right now. Very few law firms are doing this. And I have to tell you, that's not going to stay that same way. Because we've already taught about 600 law firms how to do this, and they're out doing it.